So if you like these kinds of walks where it's quiet, it's a quiet valley, you follow a river all the way, so you've got the constant sound of running water, which is very therapeutic, and you're well away from any main road, so it's quiet and peaceful. I highly recommend this walk. There's a bloke I know, he's just recently put pictures and videos up of his walk up here, Derek Knox. He's on that Facebook group called For the Love of Northumberland, or Walking Northumberland, which I used to be, but the admins are a tit now, but trouble off him. They think they're God, and they can decide who's saying what or doing what, and they think they're important because they're admin of a Facebook group, like royalty, if you like. But they're just the same as you and I, nothing of any importance whatsoever, but they feel like they are. Like a judge passing a sentence. It gets ridiculous. It's actually pathetic when they think they're anything but just another human being. I used to go on Facebook a lot and post photographs of old South Shields dating back from 1700s up to date, and then you get everybody coming on, which is the Shields deliberately causing arguments between people, and then eventually I realised what they were doing, and then in the end I just got that sick of it. I just stopped going on Facebook and stopped posting videos or pictures, because of all the arguments. They deliberately go on and cause arguments, so we argue amongst ourselves, which they're good at doing. They're all sitting there in the office next door to each other, and they say, oh, we've got one here, let's start an argument between these, and they infiltrate all the groups on Facebook, same as Google and YouTube, exactly the same, and they just start people arguing amongst themselves. And obviously people that's not woken up yet don't realise that it's them deliberately doing it. So what you've got to do is just ignore them, and you just continue doing what you do and say fuck them. Facebook's the worst for getting people to argue amongst themselves. It's terrible, but I mean, people get so pathetic and childish. So now you can see a full glimpse of the cottage. BATTail SHIEL Farm Hough. That's its full name. Yeah, exactly. Bad lad, bad lad, bad lad, bad, bad, bah, bah. He's watching me going all the way past, look. See? Come on, are you going to come and say hello? Come on, come on. You started walking towards us because you're brave, are we? Come on, come and say hello. It's funny, like some of the times I'll be walking with corn, and you think they'll fear and just keep well back, but they used to come behind us and follow behind and come right up to him, sniffing the dog, out of curiosity. So funny to watch. Of course, Khan just got no time for them, just ignored them. I just says, right, come on, you, get here behind me, get by me ankles. And he used to stay right behind us until I give him his next order. Right, go on, and then he used to run ahead. I did that all the time. He's so highly trained, brilliant. So I think of all the dogs I've had in my life, I've had all different kinds of breeds. The most highly trained, well, two highly trained dogs that could get to do anything at a moment's notice. One was Corn, my blue staffy, and two was my German Shepherd, Banty, that I got off a security guy, and I just got him trained so he would do. I mean, if he was far ahead at that gate and I told him down, he would just drop down immediately, no hesitation, and just do everything I told him to do. So once again, I could take that dog anyway off the leader. And in the end, I gave it my dad to look after, because I was like with a woman that was always complaining about the long hairs dropping out of his coat, and it was all other furniture. So in the end, I got so sick of it going on, I just gave him to my dad to look after. And then he guarded me dad with his life. Bloody highly trained dog. So they're the two best dogs I've had in all the years I've had dogs, and I've had quite a few of them. I've had Dobermans, Rottweilers, Alsatians, Labradors, like all, like every kind of dog, and they've all been different characters. They've all been taking a certain kind length of time to train. Some shorter than others, some very obedient, some of them stubborn as hell. But I've had loads of dogs. I mean, my sister at the moment, she's got a problem dog, Jessie. I think she's been taught to, like, goaded to go for other dogs that pass or come anywhere near her. So she's like wanting to go and ravage them all the time when you walk along with a leader. And the few times I've been taking her out, I've knocked her out of her now, so she's not pulling to go for other dogs that she sees. So that's slowed down altogether. So my sister now can take her out without worrying that she's going to get pulled over onto the road like she did before. When she saw a dog, she just pulled on the lead, and my sister went flying over, whacked her head off the ground, scraped her knees, and broke her collar, her shoulder, fractured bone. Right, so you got to walk past this copse, which is about 2,000 yards long, and then you come to the gates to go into the property. Right, let's turn back and have a look where I've come from. So I can just still see the third bridge back there, look, that I've crossed over onto this side. You come along past that pipe sticking out where it's being built up with stones to protect it. And then you keep coming along here, and then there's a little stream coming down here from up there to the right, and it crosses underneath this the road, and then drops down to meet the main burn down there. So it's one of them places where you can let a dog go and have a drink. Like if I had bear here, I would just tell him to go in there. This tiny little stream coming down, look. I just see this pool would be great for the guy. Just dip his tongue in and slurp it. There we go. So that's coming all the way from up there, right at the top of the valley, and it's coming all the way down here, and it's going underneath and snaking around to go into the Usway burn. Right, so over the cattle grate here, just continue along the road, 1,000 yards. And this time I'm going to actually go through the property again to see if I can do what I did before, where I just went through all the gates at the far side, and it's like a little bit of a shortcut, that's all. Otherwise I would have went round the outside like I normally do. So as you can see, this bit road leading into it's about a quarter of a mile long from that gate back there that I've just come through at the cattle grate. Now if there's anyone staying here, they'll come along here in their cars, drive straight through the gate, go about 200 yards in, and turn right and face the house on the front. So if you see any cars, you know people are there staying. So if I see any cars when I get to the gateway parked up, I'll just go around the outside at the back. But if there's no cars, I'll just walk straight through and walk right through the property to the far side and come up the grounds at the far side. This is new, this groove in the road here. This wasn't here before. caused by several vehicles driving over it, and the wheels that hit it and just shove it down and down and down. It ends up a big groove where water's gathering. Right, so I've come a couple of miles so already, and it's just been a nice, slow, easy, not rushed walk. That's what I like, just so you can take it all in, look around. It's like walking along the Coquet Valley instead of driving along. You can actually take the time and look, and you don't miss out because you're going at a slow pace instead of driving along at 30 miles an hour where you don't catch everything. Right, so there's the gate straight ahead to the property. Now, a few years ago, on this wooden gate, there was a square plaque with a carved out name of BATTail SHIEL Farm haugh. It was on a plaque, chiselled out on the wood. Well, that's no longer there now. Now, I had all these videos on my videos up on my YouTube channel, which has obviously been taken down and lost. Bullfinch just landing on the wire fence here. I think it's a bullfinch. One of the finches anyway. Not in a hurry to fly away. Oh, there he goes. Now, if you look up there, there's a metal shack, a shed. Now I've walked up there, you can see a grass track going up and round past it. Then I went right to the top ridge, and then that's where I was taking my photographs back down over the top of the farmhouse here, the cottage, back down in the valley here. Beautiful. And when the sun shines down shining off the water, stunning. The pictures turn out lovely. I've just remembered, I'll be going past one of my favourite little sit down picnic areas where there's a waterfall with quite a big drop. It's down to the left off the pathway that you go along towards Haugh Cottage. And I used to sit there all the time, bring corn, and he used to go in the water swimming. Once he went in, I couldn't get him back out. He loved the water. So does Bear. Now that he's used to water, he loves to go in. See, once again, if you look, there's green algae right the way along the edge of the river here. Lots of it. Where you didn't see that before. The rivers are getting poisoned. Right, so just on the right here before you get to the gate, there's a single gate that you go through, and you walk along the wall, and you just follow the pathway all the way along the wall to continue. But like I say, I'm going to go through the property now and go straight on until I get the far side of the property, and I'll just exit the gates on the far side and then just follow the Osway Burn on and further around, going towards Haugh Cottage. Right, so as you can see on the side of the cottage, you've got the satellite dishes. Round the back you've got the big gas bottles that people that's paid the money to stay here turn it on so you can get the gas when they're staying there. Right, I'm just trying to look ahead to see if I can see any. There's no cars parked at the front, not that I can see from here anyway. I'm wondering how these sheep have been getting in here as well. But yeah, there was a plaque just here with BATTail SHIEL Farm haugh. That was the name of this on the gate here. but it was taken down quite a while ago now. So when that was on there, and this was like a used farm cottage, that's when you had to go through that gate there and go round and follow the wall right round, and then wait until you got the very far side, and then you come back on the track and then follow the Usway Burn continuation. Right. Let me put that back on the nail. Oh yeah. What's it, right? So I'm just wondering how these lambs and sheep are getting in here. The little windows are open on the kitchen or the bedroom or whatever. Normally you've got to wait until you get past the building, and if there's any cars here, they park just out of sight, run the corner to the right. But as you can see, you're still following Usway Burn, and it goes round to the right and just goes to the end of the property. There's a little stream comes all the way down the hill as well, and it comes the back of the house just to the other side of it, and you cross over as you get through this next gate. Because obviously if you go up there, follow the wall, it takes you around and you got to cross over a little bit of a bridge where it's coming down. So yeah, I think this is just like a holiday let now, where you can go online and book it and pay whoever owns it, and then you get the key and you drive up here and you park your car just up here on the right and you come to the front door here. So you can still hear the river down to your left. So you can see the stream coming down here now, continuing down there underneath that fence to go and join the burn, Usway Burn. Right, so that's your front door. Oh, more tea paper. Right, so this is the stream that I was telling you about. When you follow the wall all the way up there, you cross over the stream higher up. And that's where it's coming down, look. There's your washing line with the pegs on. I'm going to wash it up. There's your PVC side door, and I think the kitchen's just at the back, because normally I think they've got the gas bottles just run the back. But when it was a working farm, you could hear the generators going in the outer building here. Hook back on. Right, just keep walking through right at the far side where you can see all those sheep, and you can see the wall going along still. So you go right at the back of the property, then exit through the gates at the far side, and it cuts off all that up there, look. Now when I used to walk up the wall, there's notices just on the outside of that gate saying private keep out, no thoroughfare, blah blah blah, the usual. But yeah, there's the gas bottles I was on about, and the water bowser. I mean, there's nobody in there because there's no cars parked, there's no smoke coming out the chimney, so there's nobody in there at the minute. So there's nobody staying there this weekend. But well, this is the opportunity to stay close to the river when you walk through here, look. That's why I like to come through the grounds instead of being up there. Yeah, but these were the out buildings where they had the generators running. And obviously they must keep these logs here for chopping up for wood, because it must be a log burner in the house for heat, for the fire. Outside tap here. So obviously these are just storage places. Oh, crows have got a nest just underneath the corrugated iron there. There's another one just come out. Must be jackdaws. Right, see if this works. Nah, it must be turned off inside. But there has water been coming out of it though. Right, so you can see the pathway when you go right along the back of it, and then you drop down a bit of an S-bend where the trees are, and there's another bit of a river comes down, and you cross over that and then go through a single gate, then just continue along the track. Big pheasant over there. Whenever this was all caused by that Storm Dave, these outbuildings have just all been blown over and destroyed. As you can see where this was a breeze block wall of one of them, it's all just been blown over and collapsed, look. And the wooden fencing's just rotted and snapped. Caused sheer destruction. Right. Right, so there's another way you can go up and exit to go out of here. There's a path that goes up the back there where them sheep are. There's a climb over turnstile there. But I'm just going to continue, go through this gate here to the left and go right to the far side of the property and just go through the gates where the pens are. Where the farmers pen to shear the sheep. There's loads of devastation being caused here, look. That's a roof section that's being blown off. Bloody hell. Right. Put that back. Right, so I'm still following the burn to my left now. I'm just going to follow this track all the way through and go out the far side. All these sheep in the ground, they must have just getting through gaps in the fences and squeezed through and made their way along here, looking for better grazing grass, as they do. You hardly ever see that. There's a sheep on top of the wall, look. It's walking along the wall. His fur's like half off and half on. The sheep that's looking at us at the minute on the floor. Like from the head to just past the shoulders, he's lost all his fur. It's been ripped off. Or it's just shedding. So for years and years and years of me coming up here, I always I went on the outside from the gate, the first gate. You go up, follow the wall round, and you just follow this pathway all the way along, and then drop down at the S bend past this tree line, and then just continue.